We'll see how this goes. Hello. Says I'm live. That must mean I'm live. Hey guys. First time, so I'm trying to get all this tech down. I managed to get around. It said that I couldn't go on my phone, but I managed to change that. Hello everyone. My name is Danielle Kudo. I'm the Crystal Healing Mama. And this is my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I decided to come on today because I've been dealing with some personal blockages. Blockages around standing in my power, around saying my truth, about being my true authentic self in every space that I'm in, which can be tough, guys. It can be tough. We're all dealing with these blockages. It's so easy for us to just give in and conform to society. For millennia, humanity we've been able to be our true, full, authentic selves. So it's freaking hard to do it. It's hard to release these blockages. It's hard to stand in our power and do what we know we're meant to do, right? So let's see if I can go in here so I can see any comments. I don't know if anybody's live with us right now, and that is a-okay. I'm doing this for me and for the collective, and energetically, those that are meant to feel it will feel it. So today I'm wearing some aquamarine right in my throat chakra to really aid in myself speaking my truth. You hear my raspy throat. I've been going through, since this full moon eclipse, I've been going through these huge shifts, and I've been feeling this deep, well, I've been avoiding it. Hence my tension in my neck, in my throat, in my head. I've been avoiding these blockages and these fears of standing in my truth. I'm just realizing today, though, my amazing friend, the chanting queen, is helping me work through it. And she said, you need to stand in your power. Probably not those exact words, but I need to stand in my power and speak my truth. So that's what I am doing today. I realized that I wasn't sharing anything about what I truly do on my personal profile, right? I've been doing this work for 2-3 years now, and I've been afraid to share my personal profile. It was safe in my small safe spaces where I knew everyone believed the same as I did, and I knew everybody was on the same journey as I am. So now I'm opening up, and I just posted that I'm doing this live on my personal page and saying, I am what some would call a witch. I am a wise woman. I am a creatrix. I am an energy worker. I am a woman who is divinely guided, who is connected to source without any external validation, which in previous centuries would have gotten me killed. Past lives, it has gotten me killed. And that's why this deep, deep fear of being open and honest and forthright has really stopped me from doing this. So I appreciate you all for being here. If you are here, give me a thumbs up and a like and say hi. I'm going to start off by doing a card pull for the collective. And then I'm going to work through some shit. We're going to work through some shit together. Okay, guys? We're going to work through some shit. So let's do a card pull. This is my the Light Seers Tarot deck. I love this deck. And if you've followed me at all before, you know that I've already worked through portions of my witch wound. Even my soul, just saying that word, witch, she fucking cringes. She's like, you can't say that. You can't say that. It'll get you killed. Don't do it. But we're past that. We're past, woo! That one came out. We're past that, guys. We are past that point in our human evolution. We are at a point where we can stand in our truth and we can be true to ourselves. 1222. Ooh, and it's a good card, guys. The moon. This is all about trusting the unknown, knowing that we can't know it all, and that is a-okay. We just have to trust and move through it. So let's see what this book actually says, because it's so good. But I so feel like it's resonating with me. I'm getting those goosebumpies. That's how we know it resonates with our soul and with our power. I can't see anybody in the live chat, but that's okay. So if you are here and you are watching, pop in the live chat, say hi. But this card, let's see what she says. Illusions, hidden truths, the unknown, trusting your intuition, facing your fears. The watery nature of the unconscious mind, mystery, symbolism, and metaphor, perception, uncertainty, dreams. When we're faced with uncertainty and illusion, it can feel like we are drowning. Trust that you will be okay, even if you can't seem to distinguish up from down right now. When you stop struggling to see that which you simply cannot see because it remains obscured behind shadows of the moonlight, you will experience a deep release that will allow you to float to the surface of your truth. The moon card asks you to go within, find comfort in the darkness, and to calmly listen to the whispers of your own intuition. There is divinity and magic here. When you fall into the moon's still waters, your inner wisdom will embrace you and push you toward the light. She will reinvigorate your creativity and resurrect your spark as long as you go beyond your own fears to find her. Dive into her healing embrace. Breathe past insecurities and let her dimly lit magic guide you home. Now we're all going to say this. I'm going to say it a few times so that anybody who's joining me can repeat it with me, because this is fucking magic. I am safe. I am safe. And I reach new levels of unconscious knowing as I surrender to the will of the universe. Malika's sending me a voice chat here, and I don't know if I can listen to it. She's sending me something. Hold on, guys. I'm just gonna message her right now. I hope she can see this, and I hope you guys can see this. I hope you're all doing well. This is all about trusting, guys. It's all about trusting. Let's read that again. Sorry, I got distracted. I am safe. And I reach new levels of unconscious knowing as I surrender to the will of the universe. I reach new levels of unconscious knowing as I surrender to the will of the universe. That feels fucking powerful, guys. It feels so powerful. So we're going to work through this fear. We're going to work through this fear together. The fear of standing in our truth. The fear of standing in our power. The fear of allowing others to see who we truly are. Who we are at the soul level, because that's scary, guys. That can be so, so scary. For millennia, for centuries, we have been brutalized, we've been attacked, we've been burned, we've been staked, we've been all the fucking things when we stand in our power, especially as women, but men too. Our society has tricked us into believing the only way to God, the only way to source, the only way to knowledge and truth is from external people and external things. But that's not the truth. We all have that divine innate knowing, and it's within us. We all have it within us. It's just a matter of how many barriers are between us and our true soul self, right? How many barriers? And that's what I do. Just saying that, I can feel my throat chakra working. That's what I do. I find those barriers, I find those blockages, and I peel back the layers. Peel back the layers to find our true self within, because we all have this knowledge. We all have this innate knowing. We all have that goddess within us, that spirit within us that's able to converse and know with the ethers. If you're just popping on, we are releasing blockages of fear of standing in our truth. Personally, I'm dealing with this right now. So instead of hermiting, which would have been my old self, I am on here doing it publicly, seeing who are coming on and joining me to release these fears of standing in our truth as divine, amazing beings, because that's what we truly are. We are here for so much more. If you're here, I'm gonna like it. Like this. Give me a like. Give me a like. I just gave myself one. And that's okay. See, my fear coming on here is that I'm gonna get no engagement. No one's gonna come and watch me. It's that fear of not being worthy, right? That I think that we all struggle with deep down. That fear of not believing what we have to say is worth hearing. That fear of people not understanding us, that fear of people misunderstanding where our true intent is coming from and what we're doing here on this planet and the work that we do that is so fucking important. If anyone's hopping on here that does energy work or any work, the work you do on yourself, that personal growth, that's work too. So we're going to release today those fears. Release those fears of not being good at enough. Release those fears of standing in our power, standing in our true knowing. Because we are magic. Every single one of us is magic. Like my channel says, we are magic. Let's remember together. Because it's truly in together in that unity that we soar. So let's release some stuff. This is black tourmaline. This is like my favorite releasing stone. This gets those deep, deep down wounds. I like spheres personally because this is my hubby's stone. I totally stole it from him. But spheres are really nice for releasing. You can work it on the energy centers in your body. You can roll it around to get rid of all those knots in tension. Because those knots in tension aren't just physical, guys. Those knots in tension are energetic. They're part of our energy. So you can remove them. I don't know who's on here with me. If you're on here with me, say hi. Say hi in the chat so I know you're here. And if you are here and you want a card pull, I will do some card pulls or as well as some blockage releases. So come join me. Say hi. I don't see anybody saying hi, and that's okay. I'm here for me. Well, for the collective, but I'm here for me more, first and foremost. So I'm going to release my fear of not being heard for who I truly am. My fear of that miscommunication, that fear of standing in my power. I release my fear of standing in my power. I release my fear of being seen for my true authentic self. I release my fear as being labeled a witch or a sorceress. a heathen. I release my deep soul fear of doing my work publicly. Hmm. Release my fear of being who I am. I release my fear of standing in my power. And remember, guys, when we do these releases ourselves, we are all one. We are all connected. We release it on a collective level. So just know that when you're healing yourself, you're not just healing yourself. You're healing everyone else as well. So I feel like for myself, I need to do some past life work. And I would love to do it with you here and now live. Immediately, I feel I was in my zone. I was in my healing space. I was doing work. I was pulling cards and clearing stuff for a client, for a dear, dear friend. I'm here concentrating in my space. As the doors get bashed in, all of a sudden it's a cacophony of rage and terror. See the red coats and the bayonets and muskets coming in, breaking down that door, and I feel that terror. Fuck, I've been caught. And my soul remembers, and my soul blocked up that fear. I was standing in this past life. I was standing in my true, authentic self. I was standing in my power. I was doing my work. And the worst things that could have happened. I was caught. My soul remembers the bash of the musket to my head. And then everything goes dark for a time until I wake up in that cold, pitch darkness. I call it the witch's hole. The place that they would put the witches before they were to go on trial. Trials which were never fair. Generally, they were just burned, because let's be real. You're a witch. You did something I didn't want to know, or I didn't know. You're a witch. That fear. It's like the turning off of the soul, that trauma, right? That trauma response is that fight or flight, and that fight or flight is turning off that knowing, turning off our connection to source. Because when we're connected to source, when we're connected to the collective, we feel so much more. And when we feel so much more, it hurts so much more. And the agony is scary. And a lot of the time, you would rather just not deal with it. You would rather not feel that fear, that trauma in real time, right? So we're going to connect to that past self, and we're going to start releasing that fear. And mourning that time in history when women who were connected and were aiding others, who were healing and doing the things, were sacrificed, basically. And that's the thing, we really were. It was that evil in the world that that burned us. It was that evil in the world that killed us. Every person in humanity right now holds that deep witch wound. And that those upper echelons of our heart chakra that relate to that inner knowing that relates to our past, that relates to our inner knowing, that relates to source. We all have it within us. We all do. But it's our fear that's holding us back from that. It hasn't been safe here on this planet to connect until now. I truly feel on a soul level that we are safe now. This is going to be a monologue until someone jumps on and says hi, so that's okay. But we are safe now to stand in our power. We are safe now to connect. We won't be burned again. Never again will a woman be burned for standing in her power. Never again will a man be killed for having that divine knowing. Never again will we kill those who are so divinely guided and connected. Society wants us to believe that we have to look for that external validation, that we have to look outside of ourselves for that connection. And when we look outside of ourselves for that connection, that's when we really lose it. That's when we lose that connection, because it's in here. Finding that within yourself is what's truly, truly necessary. And in order to do that, we must break down those barriers. We must work through those blockages, work through those fears, and do things that feel fucking uncomfortable, that feel scary. As I say this, like hiccups and burps and all coughs, like all of it is energy work. It's all shifting energy within us. And I'm standing in my power as a divine creatrix, as a witch. Oh, and as I say that, my soul's like, no, don't say it. They'll come for you. They have come for me time and time again, over and over and over again. We have been burned and brutalized for being true, authentic women, standing in our knowing, standing in our power, being divinely guided. But no longer, we're not letting that happen anymore. We are standing in our power, and now is the time. Now is the time for us to speak our truth, to allow others to see us for who we truly are and what we truly do. We are creatrixes. We create with every freaking move, with every emotion, with everything in our bodies, in our souls. We are constantly creating the world that we see around us. I feel like I need to switch. Black tourmaline's really good at removing fear, removing those deep, deep, deep things, but it's not just the dark deepness that we need to tap into here. We need to remove the darkness, remove the shadow, remove the fear in order to allow the light to come through. And to allow our angels to speak through us, to allow those higher levels of knowledge and knowing to come through, to say hi, right? To speak our truth. To allow that knowledge to come through, that deep innate knowing that we all possess within us, but we're too afraid to say it. We're too afraid to let it out. Because it's been scary. Let's be real. If we look back in human history, the trauma, The whole world. Like, human history is fucking scary. Like, we right now are so fucking blessed. Yes, there's still darkness in this world, but it's not so open. It's trying to hide itself because it knows it doesn't have much time left on this planet. Because our divine selves are here and we're not going anywhere. We're here. We're staying. And we're doing this. Even though it's scary. Even though we still hold fear in our hearts. Even though those blockages still remain, we are destined, we are determined to work through them in order to let our soul self shine. And that's what me personally, I am here to do. I am here to help you find yourself. Find that true soul self. Even though it's scary, even though it feels impossible, I'm here to break down those layers, to break them down one at a time. So if you're catching the replay on this, welcome. Thank you for sticking around for 26 minutes of me talking to myself and working through my shit. It means a lot. I know there's one person who keeps hopping on and off, and I don't know who it is. Say hi if you're here. But it's hard. It's hard doing this work. It's hard standing in our truth. It's hard finding ourselves, guys. We have been brought up in the society of people pleasing, of just doing and being whoever everybody else wants us to be, right? I know we all as a collective feel that. As I'm speaking, oh, my phone's gonna die. Of course it is. So I'm gonna pop off soon, but I will try and hop on later. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for witnessing me in my truth. This has been scary for me. Being so open and raw and authentic with myself, standing here and speaking my truth and not even having not having a single comment while I'm on here. That's scary. That's triggering the fuck out of me. But I'm doing it anyways. I'm standing in my truth, speaking my truth, doing what I must do. Because this is what I'm here to do. I'm here to break the fucking mold. I'm here to break down walls, to find myself, and to let that light shine on others so that others may find themselves as well. So if you're on this journey with me, join me. Click my links in the description. Find out who I am. Look at my work. And if you feel that pull and you want to go deeper within yourself, reach out. I'm here. And I'm ready and willing and able to do the work with you in order to find your true magic within, because we all got it. So before my phone dies, I will pop off. Thank you so much for joining me. If you joined me, thank you so much for watching the replay. If you watch this replay, it might have been a little awkward. I felt a little awkward. I don't know if it came across that way, or if that's just my personal insecurities surrounding talking to myself on YouTube, because that's basically what I feel like I'm doing right now. But that's okay. I'm going to do this more often so that I feel more confident and more comfortable doing this. And I know those who are meant to hear this message and who are meant to go through these blockage releases with me will do it. So we're going to leave some affirmations in the place that we release those blockages. I stand in my true, authentic power, and I am seen and appreciated for who I truly am. I stand in my true, authentic power, and I am seen and appreciated for who I truly am. Because I am magic. I am magic. So are you. And those who are meant to get this message, and those who are meant to do the work, and those that are meant to see this and appreciate me and all that I do will see this, and it will resonate with them. Let's see if I have enough battery juice to do a little smudge before I pop off. Okay, guys? We're going to use this sage smoke. Take away those inner demons of not being enough. Those inner demons of being afraid, of standing in our power, of being afraid as being labeled as a witch, of being afraid of standing in our divine truth. I release all that no longer serves us. I release those fears. I release those feelings of not being enough. I release those fears of standing in my truth and standing in our truth. If you're just popping on, you should watch the replay once it's done. I'm going to pop off soon because my phone is at like 3%. But we are releasing our fear of being our true authentic selves. We are releasing our fear of standing in our truth. We are releasing our fear of being connected, of being divine beings connected to source. So let's release that together. I feel like with this full moon eclipse, this is the perfect time for us to do this and clear. Use it in the back there. I find the back is the unknown. The ethers reside back here. Let's not burn my hair. Thank you for hopping on if you hopped on. Leave a comment. Click my links. Find out who I am. I'm going to hop on here more often, but I need to get off because my phone is about to die. So you should watch the replay from the beginning. There's lots of personal vulnerability in this. So thank you for joining me. I'm sending so much love and healing and clearing to you, to each of you. If you're popping on right now, I'm going to have to pop off, unfortunately. So watch the replay. And I'm sending you all so much love. You are all magic. And you all deserve to stand in your true authentic power without regrets. So thank you for joining me. And I hope to see you again soon. End.